well, Doctor Who just kind of did some weird, funky, Black Mirror-y kind of stuff. And I have to say, I think it was a pretty good episode. Now, I think, look, I'm going to start with my one negative. Because after my immediate watch, I've got a negative. And then we'll get on to a lot of positives. My one negative is it actually explained in the story why the bubble, why they're trying to kill people with slugs and the bubble and all that jazz? If that was explained, it didn't go in very well to me in the first watch. So comment down below. You guys are great at explaining things to me after episodes, but that doesn't make sense. And if that wasn't explained in the episode, I will admit I am getting a little bit irritated if that is the case, that Russell keeps not explaining things in episodes and kind of just leaves it up to imagination, unless it's all getting wrapped up in some weird finale, which at this point I don't think things are. So it does get to a certain point where I'm like, Russell, my man, can you explain more? Should we tell whole stories rather than telling 80% of a story? But obviously, again, I could be wrong, and it could have actually happened in the episode, and I just missed it. And if so, bad nerdy Brit. Anyway, things that I liked. Well, things that I liked because the character I'm really sorry I haven't looked up the actress name, but all of the actors here are doing a fantastic job. The actor who plays Lindy Pepperbean is obviously not supposed to be very nice, but like there's just literal racism just going on at the end. You know, it's not supposed to be a good character, but it's excellently played and ties in just really nicely with a lot of the. I think the stuff that like really works here for me is like the thematic stuff. Like, you know, some of the story details are a little bit here or there. It's certainly not it's a fine episode story-wise, but like at the end of the day, you know, it's avoid the big slugs and escape through some things. You know, the things that the story does thematically are where it really interested me. I think the story really interestingly, for me, goes beyond the whole phones bad, social media bad, and, you know, I think it genuinely has interesting things to say about, you know, how we, like, hide within social media and how, you know, social media maybe shelters us to the point where we're not fully, you know, ready for the real world. I think I'm really not explaining that very well. So I'm sorry, but I think what I'm definitely trying to say is the episode goes beyond phones bad, and I think it presents. It doesn't try and do much to present Lindy as like likable. It's honest storytelling within the confines of the story, which makes it interesting, because it's not trying to redeem Lindy in any way. Even at the end, I thought they might try and redeem her, but no, it's actually more interesting, you know. It really, instead of for the plot reasons, it really does push the themes nicely, and overall, a lot of like the dot and bubble stuff, like, it's camp. It's very, very camp, but I think it had some good levels of cheese in there sometimes. Yeah, maybe it was a little bit too much for me, but I still had a perfectly like fun ride with this. Like this is still a very good episode of Doctor Who, and it's like this isn't one that I want stricken from the record. And trust me, I've had many Doctor Who episodes that I'm like, yeah, I could have done without that, but no, this is still a fantastic edition of Doctor Who. I also think somehow, because I had nerves with the Doctor Light stuff. I was already a little bit with 73 Yards, like, we've already done a Doctor Light episode, how about we don't do a Doctor Light episode, because there's only 8 episodes, and obviously this time we already knew Shooty was going to kind of be involved with it less, but it kind of this time worked for the story. Like, we had like a good 10-minute segment in the middle there where we were pretty much Shooty and Milliless, but apart from that, I think the Doctor was there when the story needed them, but the story wasn't particularly for them. And look, Series 15, I can't remember exactly what things were like in terms of commitments and Doctor Light stories and stuff, or even if we know yet. I hope there is, more, like, full shooty episodes, but I understand the sex ed commitment, and, I think this episode does a fantastic job of using them when the story needs to. And all the Susan Twist stuff as well, that's interesting. I think they've done this well, because, they've dropped the hint in Season 4 that they're starting to recognise her. Now, we know they both recognise her in episode 5, this episode. Then I think we're going to come to, like, a bit of a, ooh, I know you kind of thing in Season 6, like, direct confrontation, to then get into the finale where we're like, oi, you're Susan Twist, mate. What's going on? Like, Susan, stop twisting things, for God's sake. I'll be interested to know what they actually call her in the show, because obviously we just keep calling her Susan Twist. It's just the actor's name. Anyway, other things, I think the ending, like there's that last, 5-6 minutes, it just packs, just the literal, the murder of Ricky September, R.I.P. my guy, it was just cruel. And I think that's where this episode is most interesting, is its themes and its characters, not presenting these characters as oh, we're fantastic people. It's going, no, these characters are dicks. Lindy is an absolute dickhead, but it's, it's shown to great effect, just being selfish. And I don't know. I think this episode has things to say about how we connect with other humans, all of the stuff, around, hugging and things like that. I thought this episode could do the slight Chibnall thing of maybe bashing a theme a bit too on the nose with you, but no, I think it didn't take over the story necessarily, and I think, it gave me some interesting things to think about, in my own life, am I going to take a social media detox? No, because I need to upload videos for you lot, so subscribe. Other things about this episode? No? Yeah, it's quite good. The runtime of this season is imagine if this was episode 5, we'd still have of the old Russell series. We still have 8 episodes to go, and I get you can't make them like that anymore. At least we're getting Who every year, but an 8 episode series just isn't. I want more. I'm like. Because I kind of need the rest. Not gonna lie, I need the rest of the series to be like bangers. Because this is I'd say it was a 7 out of 10. I'd say it was a 7 out of 10. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this scatty review. Explain if the plot actually got resolved to me in the comments. Good review. Subscribe, comment, watch video here. And I'm definitely not stretching this video out to 8 minutes. Just want to make sure. I think I've been recording for 8 minutes. Yeah. I'd check my watch, but I don't actually have one on right now.